Hello again, and welcome to Rowcat Roasts with William and
Brian.
And today we're gonna have a brutal roast of 74, a film directed by Cole Deppy. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah, that guy. He's a pretty good director, I've heard.
Alright,
so
well,
let's get
find out.
started. Oh, 74. Right. I wonder what that could mean.
Long black screen. Oh, here we go.
This film was made for first year seminar. Cole Deppy and some other people.
Alright, 74, a sci-fi short film, which I assume means like a completely original sci-fi piece.
Oh, I love sci-fi.
That looks a lot like the Hunger Games logo.
Does
The
it?
capital. Oh,
seen that
this
movie.
is a Hunger Games film. I'm gonna have to take away points for calling it a sci-fi short film. Also, they look nothing like Katniss and Peeta.
Who's PETA?
Not that guy. I don't love that shot.
You figured out what you're wearing?
Oh, that is a little shaky.
I'm not going. What are you
not
talking
bad.
about?
I'm not a huge fan of this coverage. It feels really claustrophobic, but like not for any particular reason.
Yeah, this shot, like, I kind of like the look, but it's a little overdone with the claustrophobia.
We should be there when they acknowledge
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to go for an over-the-shoulder type thing, but it's so tight and you also can't see your face at all. It just feels like kind of bad. It made it lame. I like that sign a lot. It's funny.
If at first you don't succeed.
I like the sound design, the like whistling things. Those are good.
I wonder if this would make more sense to me if I'd seen The Hunger Games.
Okay, the fact they didn't remove all this like mask guideline stuff from the background kind of wrecks the capital. Are they in the capital? I don't know. The district vibe kind of wrecks it because obviously this is during COVID time and not Hunger Games time.
The way this film is shot kind of makes me like think of a sci-fi film, though.
In the Hunger Games, it's a fight to the death. It happens.
I don't want to listen to that murderer talk about our
Well,
sister.
it's not about you. It's about our sister.
You don't think
I think you need to pull yourself together before tomorrow.
It's kind of weird they
I'll go
don't
figure out something for you to
call her by name. They just call her our sister like multiple times. It feels kind of unnatural.
Maybe they like didn't want to give her a name. Like
That's
lazy
a little
writing.
weird. It kind of
Would you
pulled me out of
hurry
that
up?
dialogue.
Why would I hurt?
I like this shot.
Be there.
Less
These
talking,
pair of
more
shots.
walking.
But it's kind of weird that she's
Still, too
half
much
out of
talking.
frame for part of it.
Yeah, I think that might have been just like an accident. Because why would they do that on purpose?
This shot also kind of kills the district vibe for me. This one too. Like, I'm seeing contemporary cars, and there are definitely none of those in the Hunger Games. But I really like this shot.
Yeah, this is like pretty smooth.
And it like goes on for just the right amount of
I
time
want to stop you first.
that you get to like take it all in. This one's pretty good. I feel like it would be better if it were either closer or wider. Like, it felt like an odd like size.
Wait, is that their sister?
Yeah. Alright, 74, a sci-fi short film. Very misleading title because it's very obviously a Hunger Games fan film. And the fact that whoever named it that thought we would understand it not having seen the Hunger Games, they're kidding themselves, whoever named it. But yeah, very, very interesting. What'd you think, William?
I thought that it was pretty good for being like just a few minute long short film. It had some good like story, and it might have been like cool to someone who has seen Hunger Games and likes it, but I don't know because I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen Hunger Games, and I understood it because I've seen the Hunger Games, but I think I liked it less because I'd seen the Hunger Games, so I was picking at stuff that, like, was clearly not fitting the Hunger Games vibe. Like, the production design didn't work in a lot of cases for me. And Also, even though it is a Hunger Games fan film, I think generally fan films are better if they can stand alone anyways. Like, if you don't have to have seen Hunger Games to appreciate the fan film, there's this one fan film, Hunger Games fan film called Weeping Willow that's really good because it, like, you don't have to have seen the movie. You can just watch it. Or this Blade Runner short film, Slice of Life. You don't have to have seen Blade Runner to appreciate it. But this one, you definitely had to have seen Hunger Games to understand what was going on.
I hadn't seen Hunger Games, and, like, it still seemed like a pretty well-made sci-fi short film.
But did it really make sense to you?
It did, like, I just had to think about it, like, figure out what was going on.
I mean, took
a couple watches to figure out, but it still had some story that I could kind of understand. Like, they had some sister who got killed in some games, and the main protagonist didn't like that.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah, it kind of lacked in plot, I felt like. There wasn't a whole lot of direction. It didn't really feel like it was actively going anywhere. It kind of felt like we were meandering through her grief process while the sister at the beginning tries to move her, but then it kind of goes off and follows the blonde-haired one, and we kind of lose that drive that we had at the beginning. And so up until the very end, we don't have any idea like where the film is going. It's not really building to anything. But yeah, the end is good. I like the resolution and the shot choices. So yeah.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Pretty decent. Very decent considering it's a Hunger Games fan film. You know, I don't love fan films personally. Like, there's a few that I do enjoy, but overall I'm kind of like, fan film, not good. But, you know, I did like that one. Not just because my friend made it.
What'd you think about, like, just the quality of audio and cinematography and sets?
I thought the audio was pretty good. The sets were pretty bad.
Really?
And
I kind of liked the sets. There were, like, a couple of things, like that one shot of the road that didn't fit with sci-fi.
Yeah.
The cemetery almost worked, but there were some cars in the background, but, like, I didn't really notice them until
I like the cemetery.
I looked way back there.
I like the beginning where they're in the room and the cemetery, but I didn't like the cinematography when they're in the room at all. Like, there was a bunch of really low angles for kind of no reason that I didn't really like. All the cinematography in that scene felt really unmotivated to me. It didn't really serve.
It was kind of weird. I think maybe the
characters to me.
cinematographer was kind of just like experimenting with some things they thought might be cool. And it was some kind of cool shots, but not much reason for them.
Yeah, and in a film like this, which is clearly completely story-driven, it kind of needs to have motivated cinematography, I feel like.
Probably.
Because, like, the whole point of it is the blonde-haired girl getting to that, like, kind of catharsis at the end. And so, if the cinematography was helping to build to that in some way, it would have been a lot better than just, like, these really claustrophobic shots that don't really do anything other than just, like, document what's happening, kind of.
That's true. That definitely could have been a lot better, because I didn't, like, feel much emotion through the cinematography. I did feel some through, like, the flashbacks.
Yeah, the flashbacks were good.
And kind of emotional, but all the rest of it didn't really have any emotion coming through.
When it cuts from her watching... When it cuts from the TV to that close-up of her face, that one I liked. That because it was such a good emotional close-up and her acting was good there. But then all the shots where it's like doing that wacky over-the-shoulder business with like 60% of the frame obscured, it's looking at the side of her head, so we're not getting most of her performance because she keeps looking back at the TV.
Yeah. I guess that shot didn't really serve much purpose.
Yeah, I also feel like when they're in that hallway, that was kind of disorienting. Like, I can't remember it, like, what it looked like. I don't remember what it looked like at all, really. I just, like...
I think it kind of just looked like a hallway.
But, like, there is no part of it that, like, stood out, really. I guess that was just, like, bad set design. Bad set. Should have been a better location. Maybe on a skyscraper or something. I don't know.
Oh, that would have been cool.
But I was like, I guess, I mean, it's a hallway. What can you do with a hallway?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, what would you rate this out of 10? And
Alright, on
are we
30?
allowed to do like half ratings or just
You
full
can
numbers?
do half ratings. You can do whatever you want. You know,
Alright.
I kind of... Should we count to 3?
Let me think. What would I rate this? Yeah. Okay.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
7 out of 10.
What did you say?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10, 6.5. So we're pretty close.
Yeah.
I kind of am regretting my last rating because it set kind of my higher bar for the 2 we've done so far.
Did you like the last one or this one better?
I think I liked this one more, but probably because I was involved with the last one.
I definitely like the last one better.
I had more to roast about this one, but I enjoyed this one more.
Hmm.
Probably because I had nothing to do with it.
All right.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Rowcat Roast with a brutal roast of 74, a sci-fi short film. Such a misnomer. Tune in next week for another roast. Make sure to check out our Discord. Come debate us on there. If you'd like us to roast your film, go ahead and submit that. Just ask us to roast it. If you want to roast one of our films, that would be super cool. We'd post it on the Extras channel. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.